Welcome everyone to today's video, where we'll be showcasing the transformation journeys of multiple patients. So, let's begin with the journeys of our first patient and see how their hair transplant surgery transformed their appearance and boosted their confidence.
Hello viewers, today we are going to share the 9 months result of our patient who was confronting the challenges of diffuse grade 4 baldness. This baldness led to a receding hairline in an M-shaped pattern which receded so severely that it made the frontal area completely sparse from the sides and thinned the remaining, and it didn't stop here. It also affected his mid-scalp with thinning. The remaining scalp maintained a healthy growth. His donor area was also densely populated and full of healthy hair follicles. After a thorough scalp examination followed by a hair trim and a head wash session, our experts crafted a custom-shaped hairline tailored to his facial features, keeping the hairline slightly lower in the middle and at a precise distance of 7 cm from the glabella point. Additionally, the remaining recipient area was also outlined and the affected mid-scalp was also encircled for a comprehensive approach. During the procedure, our experts implanted single and thin hair follicles in the hairline zone to create a natural and soft look and make the hairline look perfect with his facial features. For the frontal area and mid-scalp, where more volume and density were needed, we strategically implanted double and triple hair follicles. This not only restored the fullness but also ensured a natural transition. In this case, a total of 3,500 grafts were implanted, all extracted from the patient's safe donor zone, ensuring long-lasting and natural results. One month post-transplant, when our patient visited the clinic for his follow-up PRP session, our experts noticed 60% shedding in the transplanted region, and the redness visible on the scalp was because of the surgical implantation of grafts. The native follicles were growing at its own pace, and in the meantime, his donor area also healed completely. Three months post-transplant, the shedding phase was concluded and the follicles entered the growth phase and were growing maturely. At this stage, the hair growth was uneven and his donor area became completely undetectable. Seven months post-transplant, the progress was impressive. His hairline had started to come in, framing his face naturally and giving him a defined look. The early growth in the frontal area and mid-scalp was noticeable, making a real difference in how his hair looked overall. By this point, about 80% of the expected density had filled in. The rest of the density will continue to develop in the next few months, adding even more volume and completing his transformation. Nine months post-transplant, the results were amazing, as the hairline was perfectly framing and enhancing his natural features. The frontal area and mid-scalp had gained light blockage density with the seamless integration of transplanted and native hair strands. Even the untouched crown region, which had retained its natural swirl, now complemented the overall appearance, adding to the balanced look. His appearance was completely altered in comparison to the initial conditions. Now he had a fuller, healthier head of hair, giving him a renewed sense of confidence and various styling options that were previously bound because of baldness. If you found this patient's journey inspiring and are ready to regain your confidence and youthful appearance, book a consultation with our experts today.
Now, let's move on to the next patient.
Today, we bring you not one,
but two inspiring hair transformation stories of courage, patience, and complete transformation. Meet our two patients. Patient 1 is experiencing Norwood grade 2 baldness, and patient 2 is facing Norwood grade 3 hair loss. But before we move forward into their transformation, let's understand something important. What is Norwood pattern baldness? Norwood pattern baldness usually begins with a receding hairline or thinning at the temples. Over time, it can progress toward the crown area. The Norwood scale ranges from grade 1, which shows minimal hair loss, to grade 7, the most advanced stage, helping experts clearly map how hair loss evolves. Understanding your Norwood grade is the first and most crucial step in choosing the right treatment for natural, long-lasting results. Now imagine this is you. Sleepless nights, endless scrolling on YouTube, searching for one genuine clinic, one trusted expert, and one real solution. And then you find this video, a video that answers everything. Hairline design, precise graft placement, PRP sessions, donor area quality, and finally, life-changing results. If you are ready to transform your look and regain your confidence, then visit QHT Clinic is now in Haridwar, Delhi, Gurugram, and Hyderabad. Book your consultation today and take the first step toward your own stunning transformation. Let's take a closer look at the condition of all these two patients and understand how, despite facing different grades of baldness, one thing remained common: their strong donor area that played a key role in their successful transformations. Patient 1 was facing the challenges of Norwood grade 2 baldness. His hairline had significantly receded and gradually formed an M shape, while the side areas had started thinning. As a result, the frontal area was progressively getting damaged, affecting the overall facial balance. Fortunately, his donor area was thick, strong, and healthy, which played a crucial role in the success of his procedure. This strong donor region allowed for accurate graft extraction and proper placement, helping him achieve dense, natural, and impressive results. Patient 2 was struggling with Norwood grade 3 baldness. His hairline had also receded and gradually changed into an M shape, similar to patient 1. However, in comparison, his condition was more advanced. There was significant baldness on the scalp, the frontal area was visibly damaged, and the side regions had thinned considerably. In the frontal tuft area, only miniaturized follicles were available, as you can clearly see, which led to a complete loss of his facial frame. The rest of his scalp, however, still had healthy hair follicles, offering a positive foundation for treatment. The good news was that his donor area was rich in strong and dense hair follicles. These healthy grafts played a vital role and became an essential part of his transformation journey. These were the initial conditions of our two patients, each facing a different grade of baldness, yet sharing one powerful advantage: a strong donor area, which became the foundation of their remarkable transformations. Now, let us move forward and see how our experts carefully designed their perfect and natural-looking hairlines. If you are facing similar hair problems, share your scalp pictures with our experts. They will guide you on whether you need a hair transplant or a medication plan. Now, let us move to the next and one of the most important steps of our two patients' journey: hairline designing. After a thorough examination of the complete scalp, our experts began by trimming the hair and giving each patient a proper head wash. This step helped remove excess oil and dead skin cells, creating a clean and smooth surface for precise and accurate markings. While designing the hairline, our experts carefully assessed each patient's facial proportions, bone structure, and level of baldness. Every marking was done with absolute precision, keeping the natural balance of the face in mind. For patient 1, whose hairline had completely receded, a custom hairline was designed to restore his natural appearance. The distance of the new hairline was carefully measured from the glabella point, ensuring perfect facial symmetry. The remaining affected areas that required coverage were also clearly marked. Moving on to patient 2, in his case, hairline was again measured from the glabella point. However, since he was at Norwood grade 3, our experts also planned coverage for the frontal area, where hair loss was more advanced. These markings were not just lines drawn on the scalp. They were the blueprints of transformation. They guided the surgical team, defined the recipient zones, and ensured that every single graft placement contributed to a result that looks natural, balanced, and aesthetically perfect from every angle. Want a perfectly natural hairline that suits your face? Book your appointment with our experts today and start your transformation. After the markings were complete, we moved forward to the slit creation process, one of the most crucial steps in a hair transplant. Within the pre-marked zones, our surgeons carefully create tiny slits that determine the exact direction, angle, depth, and density of each graft. For both patients, the advanced zigzag technique was used in the hairline to achieve a soft, natural, and seamless appearance. Every slit was customized according to the patient's facial proportions and baldness pattern, ensuring perfect balance and natural growth. This step forms the true foundation for results that are not only long-lasting but also completely natural in look and feel. After the slits were completed, our experts began the graft extraction and implantation process, carefully following the direction and angulation that were created earlier. Now, let us understand the graft procedure for each patient, one by one. For patient 1, our experts implanted single and thin follicles in a natural zigzag pattern to create a soft and realistic hairline. This approach helped restore his complete facial frame. In the frontal zone, double and triple hair follicles were implanted to provide voluminous density. In his case, a total of 2,000 grafts were implanted, all extracted from the safe donor zone. Patient 2 had a more advanced stage of baldness. Our experts began by placing single and thin follicles in the hairline zone to maintain a natural and soft appearance. After that, double and triple follicles were implanted in the frontal area to enhance density. In this case, a total of 3,000 grafts were implanted. These follicles are naturally resistant to DHT, which helps ensure long-lasting and natural-looking results. You may have noticed this consistency in our previous videos, and you will see it once again at the end of this video. Three months follow-up of patient 1. 3 months after the transplant, the patient had completely passed the shedding phase. At this stage, the hairline had already started taking a natural shape while the native hair was growing normally alongside the transplanted hair. The donor area was also fully healed, with no visible signs of extraction. Overall, this clearly indicates that the recovery process was smooth, healthy, and successful. Six months follow-up of patient 1. 6 months after the transplant, the improvement in patient 1's scalp was clearly visible. His hairline had begun to take perfect shape, beautifully framing his face and enhancing his overall appearance. Growth had also started in the frontal area, where his native hair had begun merging seamlessly with the transplanted follicles, as you can see clearly on his scalp. Even though this was just a 6-month progress, the early results were already quite impressive, and the patient was on track for even better transformation ahead. Nine months follow-up of patient 1. 9 months after the transplant, patient 1 achieved remarkable and life-changing results. Comparing his current appearance to his initial condition, the transformation is clearly visible. His hairline now creates a sharply defined and natural frame, while the frontal area has achieved amazing voluminous density. Now overall, his look has changed completely. The patient is now able to cut and style his hair freely, and the transplanted hair looks absolutely natural. Now, let's move on to the follow-ups and results of patient 2. These images are from day 1, day 4, day 5, day 6, day 9, day 11, and day 15, allowing you to clearly observe the step-by-step progress throughout the initial recovery phase. 1 month follow-up of patient 2. 1 month after the hair transplant, approximately 60% shedding was visible on the scalp. This is a completely normal and expected phase of the hair transplant process. At the same time, the patient's native hair had already begun to grow, and the donor area had fully healed, indicating a healthy and successful recovery. 3-month follow-up of patient 2. 3 months after the transplant, the shedding phase was completely over, and new hair growth had begun, especially in the frontal area. His native hair continued to grow naturally and blended smoothly with the transplanted hair, creating a uniform appearance. His donor area was fully healed, clearly indicating that in the upcoming months, the patient would begin to experience visible, dense, and impressive transformations. 7-month follow-up of patient 2. 7 months after the transplant, the patient had achieved his complete and mature results, which is scientifically considered the ideal time frame for full hair transplant transformation. When comparing his before and after condition, the difference is clearly dramatic and highly noticeable. His hairline is now perfectly framed, the previously empty sides are fully filled, and the frontal area has gained excellent volume and density, significantly enhancing his overall appearance. At this stage, the patient can cut, style, and manage his hair freely, exactly the way he desires, just like natural hair. If you're also facing similar challenges, then right now, share your scalp picture with our experts and they'll guide you on what works best for you. 1. How do I know my Norwood grade and why is it important? Your Norwood grade helps doctors understand the pattern and severity of your hair loss. It plays a crucial role in deciding whether you need a hair transplant or a medical treatment plan, how many grafts are required, and how your hairline should be designed for natural and long-lasting results. 2. Is hair shedding after a transplant normal, and should I worry about it? Yes, shedding after a hair transplant is completely normal and expected. It usually occurs within the first 1 to 3 months and is a part of the hair growth cycle. In this period, the roots remain safe under the scalp and new stronger hair starts growing after the shedding phase ends. 3. How long does it take to see final results after a hair transplant? Initial growth usually begins around 3 to 4 months. Noticeable improvement is seen by 6 months, and complete, mature results are typically achieved between 9 to 12 months. This is a scientific time for hair transplantation results. In some cases, excellent results can be seen as early as 7 months, depending on the patient's healing and hair growth cycle. 4. Can transplanted hair be cut and styled like natural hair? Absolutely. Transplanted hair grows just like natural hair. Once proper growth is achieved, you can cut, style, oil, and manage it freely by your own choice. Since the grafts are extracted from the safe donor zone, they are resistant to hair fall and provide long-lasting results. This was the complete transformation of all 2 patients. We hope you found their journeys inspiring, because turning a bald look into a bold look is never easy. It requires expert planning, advanced technology, and, most importantly, the patient's trust. If you also want to transform your appearance completely, don't wait. Book your consultation with our experts today and begin your journey towards a new, confident you.
Hello friends, if you have not subscribed to our channel yet, please like this video, share and subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to hit the bell icon so that you will get update on every video.